Hi everyone, we'll start in a seated position, just taking some deep breaths while we tap into our where we're at emotionally and energetically. And this class is centered around Pisces being in the full moon on Sunday, while also the sun in Virgo. So Pisces rules over our feet, and so we'll do a lot of poses today, connecting into our feet, feeling into the earth and staying grounded. And this is because Pisces also rules over our intuition and our spirituality. So we can get very stuck in the clouds, floating around. So we want to make sure that we're grounding down through this Virgo healing, grounded energy through our feet as well. And it's all about trusting ourselves and acting from a place of inner knowing. We're, just spirits having a human experience, and staying grounded through our feet will help us remember that as we float through this Pisces full moon. And we just want to give our life some direction by tapping into our inner knowing and our intuition, and also staying open to that serendipity and that creativity that might flow. So we'll just place our right hand over our chest and our left hand over our belly, taking a few deep breaths here. So as you inhale, breathing deeply into the belly and rising up into the chest. And with every exhale, feeling the chest fall first and then feeling the belly fall. Nice and slow, using the connection with our hands to our body to really feel the fluidness of the breath. And we'll drop our hands and just allow you to continue the breath nice and slow. And we'll use the mantra so hum throughout this practice. So with every inhale, silently saying so. And with every exhale, saying hum, meaning I am that. I am all of creation. All of the answers are already within you. So when you're ready, we'll just start taking a few circles around, just opening up through the hips. So flowing in one direction. And once you've done a few, you'll go to the other side. And then we'll take the hands behind, just on the nape of the neck, and interlace the hands. We'll inhale to one side, exhale, twist to the other. Inhale, exhale, twist. Inhale, exhale, twist. And then we'll do the other side. So inhale the other side, exhale, twist. Inhale, exhale, twist. Inhale, exhale, twist. And then we'll just do a few rounds of cat-cow seated. So hands onto the legs. Inhale, exhale, round the spine. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, round the spine. Making sure to use that inhale, so. Exhale, hum. Tapping into the mantra. And we'll specifically do this through the next pose. So inhale, rise the arms. Exhale, hands through to heart center. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, gathering the energy up above the head. And exhale, drop the hands, collecting the energy through to the heart center. Taking a moment here, setting into your intention. We'll rock forward onto the hands and step back into tabletop position, going into a few rounds of cat-cow. So inhale, drop the belly, shine the heart forward. Gaze just goes slightly forward, so you're not bending too deeply into the neck. Exhale, round the spine. Few rounds of cat-cow, using your breath, connecting into the mantra. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. And then we'll just use a bit of free flow here. So I like to just shake my hips and my head to the same side and get a nice lateral stretch. And maybe you want to do a few circles. And then we're going to tuck the toes and sit back onto our heels. And I like to make sure my pinky toes are pointing forward. And it's really to tap into how our feet are feeling. So opening out through the back of the feet. This may be a bit too much. You might want to rock forward slightly, but just staying here for a few moments. Opening up the receptors on the feet so we can really feel into our feet throughout the practice. We don't necessarily tap into that and focus on our feet too much. In this class, I really want us to place our mind into our feet. So we're going to inhale, rise up onto the tippy toes, and exhale, drop the ankles over to the right, and then inhale back to center, over to the left. Inhale back to center. Just stay here for a few moments. Rock forward into plank position. Bend the knees, sink back, and drag your hand across the mat and up and over. Bending through the knees, sinking the hips back, up and over the hand goes. Exhale, bend. Inhale, rise up and reach. Last one. Exhale, bend. Rise up and reach on an inhale. We'll push back to down dog, and then nice and slow, we're going to walk our feet up with the intention of feeling every cell at the bottom of our feet as we walk up. Forward fold, inhale, halfway lift, gaze stays down to protect the neck. Exhale, forward fold. 3 rounds, inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale, halfway lift, squeeze the shoulder blades together, exhale, forward fold. Press down through the feet, rise up. Exhale, hands come through to heart center, Tadasana. Sun salutation A, inhale, rise the arms. Exhale, forward fold, flat back, bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into plank. We're going to drop the knees here, rock forward 10 centimeters and come down through chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra, holding here. There should be no weight in your hands here, so you should be able to lift your hands up off the mat. And then exhale, forehead to the mat, press back through your knees to downward facing dog. Here for a few moments, can you connect back to the mantra if you've lost it? After a while, it'll just start to become this silent hum through the practice that you're not even really needing to focus too much on. It's just there. We're going to step to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Press down through the feet, root down, rise up, stand up, arms follow. Exhale, hands through to heart center. We're just going to pick up our toes off the mat and lightly press them down, pressing down through all 4 corners of the feet here. And I want you to imagine your feet are rooting down to the center of the earth while the crown of your head is reaching up towards the sky. And that's kind of this balance that we'll play with through the practice. Rooting down through your feet while at the same time trusting in your intuition and reaching up to the cosmos above. We're going to root down through our right foot, lift up our left leg in a 90-degree angle, and then we're just going to very slowly pendulum swing ourselves into warrior 3. So airplane pose, pressing down through the right foot, kicking out through the left foot, squaring the hips down towards the mat, and then very slowly step back into high lunge. Inhale, rise the arms, making sure our knees over our ankle, feeling into our feet, how they feel in the mat against the earth. Setting yourself up for stability. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. On your next exhale, we open out to warrior 2, grounding into the knife edge of that back foot and pressing in through your big toe in the front foot. Again, Taking your time to sink into the hips, having your drishti over your front fingers, trying to keep the eyes as steady and stable and not darting around too much, keeping the mind stable. We're going to bring the toes to face the side of the room. They're almost pigeon-toed. Clasp onto your hands beside you. Open up the chest and then exhale, bringing the hands over the shoulder and the crown of the head towards the mat. Pressing down through the feet, lifting up through the thighs, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And we're going to exhale, drop the hands. Inhale, halfway lift, come up to your fingertips. Exhale, fold. We're going to bend in to our back knee, feeling the stretch through the inner groin. And then inhale, exhale over to the other side. Keeping the soles of the feet onto the earth to get the stretch through the side of the ankle. And then inhale, exhale to the front of the mat. Frame the foot. Step back into plank. You can either come down on your knees or come through chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing dog, pressing the tops of the feet into the mat. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Pressing down through the knuckles of the hands. Inhale, we step forward to the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Press down through the feet. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands through to heart center. Do the second side. So lifting up through the right leg this time, 90 degree. We're going to bend into warrior three. So pressing down through the left foot into the mat, kicking out through the right foot, mini back bend through the upper back here. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. And then with control, we're going to bend into the front knee and lower ourselves into high lunge. Inhale, arms rise. Placing focus on our feet, how they feel against the earth. And then tapping into our mantra if we've lost it. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. I am that. All of the answers are already within me. Exhale, we're going to open out to warrior two here. Again, grounding into the knife edge of the back foot and pressing into the front foot. Drishti stays focused on one point. We're going to point the toes to the side of the room, pigeon-toed, so toes are pointing in, heels are pointing out. Clasp onto your hands, squeeze the shoulder blades together, forward fold from the hip creases. Crown of the head goes toward the mat, and your hands go up and over the shoulder blades if possible. Squeezing the shoulder blades as closely together as they can will give you a bit more space. Lifting up through the thighs. On your next exhale, lower the hands to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We're going to bend into our back knee, keeping our front foot nice and grounded onto the earth. Inhale, center. Exhale, Skandasana over to the other side. Inhale to the right knee. Exhale to the left. Walk the hands all the way over to the front of the mat. Frame the foot. Step back into plank. Come down onto your knees. Come through chaturanga, or through plank, or through your knees. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to step through to the front of the mat, so you can either step or jump. I like to step. It's easier on my shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend through the knees. Press down through the feet. Root to rise, hands to follow. Exhale, hands through to heart center. Where's the ease? Where's the breath? Where's the mantra? We're going to root down through our right foot, so press down through your foot into the mat. We're going to step back with ease through to high crescent lunge again, opening straight out to warrior two. We're going to inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, place the front forearm onto your thigh, and the top arm goes near the bicep goes near the ear. You should be able to lift your forearm up off the thigh. And then inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. So we'll do this dance with every inhale. Make sure to say to yourself, so. With every exhale into extended side angle, hum. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, back to warrior two. We're going to straighten the front leg and pigeon toe our back foot in just a few centimeters. We're going to dip the hips towards the back of the room, and then exhale, drop the hand wherever it may lie and rise the top arm to the ceiling. So we're really pressing down through the feet, almost like you're pulling up socks up your shins from the feet. And then inhale, back to center, frame the front foot, bend through the knee, and step back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll step through to the front of the mat in any which way that you like. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press down through the feet, root to rise. Exhale, hands through to heart center. Second side. We'll press down through the left foot, reach up the right leg in 90 degree, bend through the front knee, step back into high crescent lunge. Immediately flow open to warrior two. Set yourself up. And then we're going to inhale, flip the front palm, reverse warrior. Exhale, setting ourselves up for extended side angle. So forearm on the thigh, right bicep near the ear. Should be able to lift the forearm up off the thigh so that we're not dumping into the shoulder there. Then we'll inhale, reverse warrior. So. Exhale, extended side angle. Hum. Silently to yourself. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Your next inhale will come up through warrior two, straighten the front leg, pigeon toe the back foot in a couple centimeters, dip the hip back towards the back of the room, and then exhale. We bring the left hand towards the shin block or maybe the floor, and the right arm up towards the ceiling. Again, pressing down through the feet and lifting up through the thighs. And then inhale, come back up through center, cartwheel the hands, we'll step back to plank. Make yourself through chaturanga up dog or baby cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to jump or walk ourselves up so that both feet come to the outside of our hands. So we're heading into malasana, yogic squat. So feet are to the outside or the side of our mat. Elbows are inside to the inside of each knee. Elbows pressing into the knee, knee pressing into the elbows, allowing our sacrum to root down towards the earth while the crown of our head reaches up towards the sky. Opening up the chest as much as we can. And then we're going to reach our arms forward as if you're reaching for someone that you love, and then exhale, drop the bum towards the earth. Soles of the feet will plant down onto the mat. And then we're going to make our way into boat pose. So you can keep the knees in a 45-degree angle here, or 90-degree angle. Open up the chest towards the ceiling, arms reach out, or you can bring the legs straight if that's in your practice. And then we're going to exhale, lower to the earth. Inhale, back up to boat. So low boat, exhale, inhale, back up to boat. Nice and controlled. Exhale, lower, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And then we're just going to lower ourselves all the way down towards the earth. Setting up for bridge here. So feet, your heels should be in line with your middle finger. We're going to press down through the feet, tuck the spine, and then we're going to lift our hips up by pressing into our heels. And then exhale, lowering down towards the earth, one vertebra at a time. One more. Inhale, rise. Opening out through the chest, pressing down through the feet. Exhale, lower. This time we're going to inhale, rise, and hold. So tuck the tailbone, lift up through the hips, maybe tucking the shoulder blades closer together so you get a bit more lift. Pressing down through the feet, keeping the knees in line with the hips, and then trying to open up the heart space more than you're trying to bend through the lower back. So it's more about the heart reaching through. And then can you keep the front of the throat nice and soft? Exhale, lowering down towards the earth. Bring the feet as wide as the mat and then knock the knees in towards each other to help the spine recalibrate after a back bend. So every inhale, so every exhale, hum. We're going to go into a bit of an inversion play, so feel free to go into whichever inversion that you'd like to try out today. For me, I went into shoulder stand, which I'm still working on quite a lot, but you can go into headstand, handstand, whichever one you want to play with today. Maybe put a pillow or a block underneath your sacrum and just lift the legs up into an L shape. That's a perfectly fine inversion, but with Pisces, we're all about trying to trust ourselves and trust our inner knowing and trust what our bodies and hearts and souls trying to tell us. So if you want to try having a play with trusting yourself, maybe try going upside down. Use a wall, use a block. Or maybe your body's saying, nope, not today. And that's perfectly fine. It's just about tapping into that inner knowing. We're going to slowly come out of whatever inversion that you're in, with control, stability, calm. And we're going to come into Supta Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet to touch and knees go out wide. So it's like you're in butterfly pose but laying down onto the earth. I put my left hand just below my navel and my right hand on top of my chest near my heart space. And tap into that breath again. So inhale, feel the belly rise, and then the chest rise. And then exhale, feel the chest fall and the belly fall. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. We're going to slowly come out of that. This next few moments is for you to tap into what you need to do to feel good before we go into Shavasana. So for me, I like to bring my feet as wide as the mat and knock the knees over to the right, and then hook my right foot over my left knee to get a nice side stretch. And then I'll do the other side after a few moments. But maybe you want to do a gentle twist. Maybe it's happy baby. Maybe you just want to take your sweet time getting into Shavasana. If you've done one side of a pose, now's the time to move over to the other. Trusting that inner voice within while staying grounded and connected to the earth. That's the point of this Pisces full moon and Virgo sun season. We'll move out of that last pose, grab onto your knees and towards your chest, do a few rocks side to side, and then we'll slowly make our way into Shavasana. So feet out wide, maybe as wide as the mat, hands behind your sides with the palms facing up so you have receptive energy. And with Pisces being a water sign and Virgo being an earth sign, together, water and earth, water and dirt make mud. And so through this full moon, we can either get stuck in the mud with our blocks and our obstacles, or we can use the fertile mud to plant seeds and grow something new. So during the Shavasana, I'd just like you to kind of imagine melting yourself into some really fertile mud and setting that intention, planting that seed of what you need to release in order to grow into something beautiful and new. And we'll slowly start to rise ourselves out of the mud. Maybe wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes. We'll gather the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little hug. Rocking side to side. And then we're going to bring the hands overhead, so arms outstretched, keeping the knees as they are. Then we're going to roll over to the right side using our right outstretched arm as a pillow. And then keeping the eyes closed if you can, all the way up to a seated position, trusting yourself that you'll make it onto the mat even with your eyes closed. Sitting in easy pose or Sukhasana, palms facing up. Going back to that very deep inhale from the belly, rising up to the chest. And then long exhale out from the chest down to the belly. Again, with every inhale, we say so, rising all the way up from the belly to the crown of the head. Exhale, hum, from the crown of the head to our base. Doing a few rounds of your own here. You can stay here in meditation. I encourage that. Thank you so much for joining this class today. Namaste.